Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you watching this video. I am Mannat Sharma from Olive Board and I'm here with the Finance Core Booster series that we have started off. Right, we've started with ESI and Finance, both Score Booster series, right? That we do on a weekly basis for your phase 2 examination, right? Good evening, Adi. Good evening. Just let me know if my audio and video is clear in the comment section so that we can have the class in a smooth and continuous manner. ठीक है, and then we will begin the session. Also, before I begin, if you want to download this YouTube class PDF, you can do it from the Olive Board app. Just go to the courses section. There's going to be a separate folder of YouTube class PDFs. You can download it from here. ठीक है? I'm also sharing my Telegram handle for those who are new here and want to connect with me. Mannat Educator is my Telegram handle. ठीक है? Mannat Educator. Just type Mannat Educator and you will have access to my Telegram account. Fine. So, what are we going to cover in today's session? We're going to cover the top MCQs from finance, which is important for all regulatory examinations and especially for RBI Grade B. This for both phase 1 and phase 2 important, but specifically important for your phase 2 examination, which is quite near, right? So, you have to take this session as a challenge and give me the answers. Take care. Whenever you write the answer, just mention the number of the question as well. Okay, and at the end let me know how many questions you got right. This way you can evaluate yourself. Fine, so let's move on to the first question here. As of October 12, 2025, what was the approximate level of India's net direct tax collections during financial year 25-26 according to the income tax department? 9.54 lakh crore, 10.75 lakh crore, 11.89 lakh crore, 12.4 lakh crore, 13.25 lakh crore. What is the correct answer for this question? As of 12th October, what was the approximate level of India's net direct tax collections? Let me see who's going to give me the correct answer. Alright, so Adi says A. The correct answer is C, not A. ठीक है, it is 11.89 lakh crores. Such kind of questions are asked in the examination. 11.89 lakh crore. ठीक है, so it is approximately, according to income tax department, 11.89 lakh crore as of 12th October 2025, marking a 6.33% year on year increase. ठीक है, next question. Core inflation excludes which of the following components? Housing and fuel, food and fuel, clothing and housing, health and education, services and manufacturing. So in our classes also we've discussed about the difference between core inflation and headline inflation. So many times in the live mint analysis also I've discussed about the difference between core and headline inflation. Right, when I talk about headline inflation, I am basically talking about all the the price level of all the commodities, है ना? Price level of all commodities, right? But when I talk about, a few commodities, excluding a few volatile commodities, then I get core inflation, right? So when we subtract B, food and fuel, okay? Food, fuel, energy. If we exclude these from headline inflation, not housing, Aditya, okay? Not housing, food, fuel, and energy. When you subtract this from headline inflation, what do you get? You get core inflation. Okay? Fine. So, third question. A forward contract differs from a futures contract mainly in that futures are traded over the counter while forwards are exchange traded. Forwards are standardized while futures are customized. Forwards are traded over the counter while futures are exchange traded and standardized. Futures have uh, counterparty risk while forwards do not. Forwards require daily margin settlements. Very easy question. What is the difference between forwards and futures? Okay, we discuss about the foreign exchange transactions like spot transactions, forward transactions, future transactions, options, derivatives and all. है ना? Right? Right. So forward and future में what is the major difference? Anyone? Aditya is saying C. The correct answer is C. Very good. Which is forwards are traded over the counter, है ना? And futures are exchange traded. That means they're listed on the stock exchange and they are standardized. That is the major difference between forwards and futures. Very good. Fourth question: which of the following are functions of Reserve Bank of India? Monetary policy formulation, banker to the banks, custodian of forex reserves, fiscal deficit management of states. 1, 2, and 3 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 4 only. Very easy question again. We discuss about the roles of RBI and the government when we discuss about monetary policy, fiscal policy, and all, and explicitly explain this to you. So RBI is the central bank. What is the role of RBI? Function of RBI. Aditya is saying C, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4, but the correct answer is A, 1, 2, and 3 only. Fiscal deficit management is the role of the government. ठीक है, it is part of your fiscal policy. ठीक है, so Aditya, this fiscal deficit management is role of government. ठीक है, it is role of the fiscal policy and not monetary policy. Monetary policy formulation RBI and specifically monetary policy committee. ठीक है, banker to the banks, yes of course, because it is the central bank. It is the custodian of foreign exchange, absolutely correct. Fifth question: RBI has asked all banks to beef up settlements of unclaimed funds deposits, dividends, interest warrants, pensions, etc. over the next 3 months, October to December, to reduce such funds in the banking system. What is the minimum period of inactivity after which savings or current accounts are classified as unclaimed deposits as per RBI guidelines? मतलब कि कोई ऐसे आपके जो सेविंग और करंट अकाउंट्स हैं उनको कब हम अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट्स बोलेंगे, कितने सालों के बाद या कितने मंथ्स के बाद या कितने ईयर्स के बाद हम उनको बोलेंगे एज पर आरबीआई गाइडलाइंस कि ये अनक्लेम्ड है? 5 years, 7 years, 12 years, 10 years या फिर 15 years? What is the correct answer? आज स्टूडेंट्स नहीं आए हैं काफी क्लास लगाने के लिए, राइट? देर आर लेस स्टूडेंट्स टुडे इन क्लास, वेरी लेस स्टूडेंट्स, अदरवाइज आ जाते हैं सब, है ना? डी कहा आदि ने. द करेक्ट आंसर इज डी, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. 10 years के बाद हम उन्हें बोल देंगे कि डॉर्मेंट सा अकाउंट है, अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट्स है. ठीक है, 6 to 8 is based on this paragraph. Let's read this paragraph quickly. The rules of global economy are in flux. Details of newly introduced policy measures are slowly coming into focus and growth prospects are shifting along with them. After US introduced higher tariffs starting in February, subsequent deals and resets have tempered some extremes. But uncertainty about the stability and trajectory of the global economy remains acute. Meanwhile, substantial cuts to international development aid and new restrictions on immigration have been rolled out in some advanced economies. Several major economies have adopted a more stimulative fiscal stance, raising concerns about the sustainability of public finances and possible cross border spillovers. The world's economies, institutions, and markets have been adjusting to a landscape marked by greater protectionism and fragmentation, with dim medium term growth prospects and calling for a recalibration of macroeconomic policies. As a result, global growth projections in the latest World Economic Outlook are revised upward relative to the April 2025 World Economic Outlook. So, according to IMF's World Economic Outlook 25-26, India's GDP is projected to grow at 5.8%, 6%, 6.3%, 6.6%, or 7.1%. According to IMF's World Economic Outlook report, which is one of the most important reports from your exam point of view, what is India's GDP projected? What is it projected to grow? At 5.8%, 6%, 6.3, 6.6, or 7.1%? What is the answer? The correct answer is D, which is 6.6%. ठीक है? World Economic Outlook is very important. You gotta read it. ठीक है? Fine. Which of the following statements regarding IMF's World Economic Outlook report is correct? It is published biannually and provides analysis of global economic trends and forecasts. The World Economic Outlook report is published annually and focuses exclusively on IMF member economies. WEO is issued quarterly and monitors exchange rate movements only. WEO is a joint publication of IMF and World Bank. WEO includes only fiscal deficit data of advanced economies. What is the correct answer for question number 7? What is the correct answer for question number 7? World Economic Outlook report related. The correct answer is not B but A. Okay? It is published biannually. Twice a year it is published. It provides analysis of global economic trends and forecast. It is not just published annually, two times a year it is published. It is not issued quarterly also. It is a joint publication. No, it's not a joint publication. It is IMF, published by IMF only, and it includes only fiscal deficit data. No, it includes the overall global economic trends and forecasts. Okay? Eighth question. According to IMF's latest projections, global growth is expected to decline from 3.3% in 24 to what level in 2025? 3.1%, 3.3%, 3.2%, 3%, or 2.8%? What is the correct answer? Decline from 3.3% to C is the correct answer, which is 3.2%. Okay? Fine. So, according to IMF's World Economic Outlook, the global GDP growth from 3.3 to 3.2% in 2025. Okay? From 9 to 11, it is based on this paragraph. Let's take a look at that. Corporate social responsibility related. Okay? Just a second. So, corporate social responsibility represents a transformative approach to business, one that recognizes profit not as the end but as a means to achieve sustainable and inclusive development. CSR is broadly defined as a self regulating business model through which companies voluntarily integrate social, environmental, and ethical considerations into their operations and interactions with stakeholders. ठीक है? In a sense, CSR moves beyond philanthropy. It embeds responsibility and accountability within the very fabric of corporate governance. CSR initiatives typically cover diverse areas such as education, healthcare, rural development, environmental sustainability, gender equality, skill development, support for underprivileged communities. Companies are encouraged to align with CSR efforts with national development priorities and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This approach ensures that corporate resources complement public policy efforts, creating a multiplier effect in addressing social inequities and environmental degradation. So, based on this, we have this question number 9. Under Section 135 of the Companies Act 2013, CSR obligations apply to companies that meet which of the following financial thresholds during the immediately preceding financial year? Net worth of 250 crore or more, turnover of 500 crore or more, or net profit of 3 crore or more? Net worth of 500 crore or more, turnover of 1000 crore or more, और net profit of 5 crore or more, या फिर net worth of 1000 crore or more, turnover 5000 crore, net profit 10 crore, net worth 250 crore or more, turnover 750 crore, net profit 4 crore, or last option, net worth 100 crore or more, turnover 250 crore, or net profit 1 crore or more. What is the correct answer for this question? Quickly give me the answer, all of you. Hanji, what is the correct answer for question number 9? Adi, please mention the number of the question also. Okay? For example, I'm asking about ninth question, so just write down 9 because a lot of your messages are being confused. Hai na? So Adi is saying B. The correct answer is B. Absolutely correct. Net worth 500 crore or more, turnover 1000 crore or more, net profit 5 crore. Okay? Fine. Question number 10. Which of the following activities is most consistent with CSR provisions under Schedule 7 of the Companies Act 2013? Political party donations made by the company's CSR committee, construction of residential quarters for company executives, environmental sustainability projects and rural skill development initiatives, sponsorship of entertainment events for brand visibility, or providing salary hikes to CSR staff members. What is the right answer? 10th C, which is absolutely correct. Environmental sustainability projects and rural skill development initiatives. Okay? 11th question. There are other students also attending the class. Why aren't you guys, giving the answer? You should also give the answer, okay? 11th question. As per Section 135 of Companies Act, eligible companies are required to spend at least what minimum percentage of their average net profits of the last 3 financial years on CSR activities? 1%, 1.5%, 2%, 2.5%, 3%. Very easy and direct question again. है ना? Today's questions are quite easy from your finance section. Hanji, so what is the answer? Question number 11. Adi Singh 11C. Okay, the correct answer is C. Very good. 2%. Absolutely correct. है ना? Question 12 to 15. Based on this paragraph, the financial services landscape has undergone a significant transformation in recent years, largely driven by technological advancements. This evolution has given rise to a new sector at the intersection of finance and technology, commonly referred to as fintech. These innovative companies are reimagining how financial services are delivered, utilizing cutting edge technologies to create novel solutions across various domains such as banking, investments, insurance, and payments. As the fintech sector continues to grow and evolve, it presents both opportunities and challenges for traditional financial institutions, consumers, and regulators alike. Recognizing the significant impact of this sector, regulatory bodies worldwide, including RBI, have been working to create frameworks that encourage innovation while maintaining financial stability and protecting consumer interests. These developments are shaping a new era in finance where technology plays an increasingly central role in how we manage, move, and invest money. So, question number 12. Which of the following statements about fintech companies is incorrect? You have to identify the incorrect statements. ठीक है, fintechs primarily rely on traditional banking infrastructure for their operations. Blockchain technology is commonly used in fintech applications. Robo advisory services utilize AI for investment recommendations. Peer to peer lending platforms connect borrowers directly with the lenders. Insurtech companies use data analytics to assess risk and price policies. Out of these, what is the correct answer? A, B, C, D, E. हाँ जी. E you are saying the correct answer is A and not E. ठीक है, इनकरेक्ट बोला है. ट्रेडिशनल बैंकिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं रिलाय करते, है ना. फिनटेक्स दे ऑब्टेन मॉडर्न बैंकिंग सॉल्यूशंस. ये ट्रेडिशनली थोड़ी ना बैंक की तरह, वरना इनको फिनटेक हम नाम क्यों देते, राइट. सो ए नहीं है. ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी यूज होती है, रोबो एडवाइजरी सर्विसेज, पीयर टू पीयर लेंडिंग, इंश्योरटेक कंपनीज यूज डेटा एनालिटिक्स ऑल्सो. ठीक है, तो सिर्फ ए नहीं है. ठीक है. Match the following fintech subsectors with their primary functions: regtech, wealth tech, crowdfunding, alternative lending. ठीक है, और ABCD क्या है? Online platforms where people and organizations raise money from the masses. Tech products are primarily for financial institutions and regulators for efficient implementation and monitoring of regulations. Online platforms including balance sheet lenders, marketplaces, P2P lenders, as well as lead generators and enablers. Investment and portfolio management. What is the answer? You have to match 1, 2, 3, 4 with A, B, C, D. Try to match and give me the answer. Hanji, what is the correct answer? Try to match 1, 2, 3, 4 with A, B, C, D. The correct answer is A, which is 1B. If you talk about RegTech, what is RegTech? Tech products are primarily for financial institutions and regulators. है ना? The word regulators is here. That is why we got the word RegTech over here. है ना? तो 1 का हो गया B. Then if you see the word wealth tech. Wealth tech क्या है? Investment and portfolio management. ठीक है? We are talking about wealth tech. That means we are talking about overall wealth. ठीक है. So this, so second is your option D. ठीक है. Then crowdfunding, if you see, online platforms where people and organizations raise money from the masses. When masses over here, that means you're talking about crowdfunding, है ना? So A, right? And fourth is C, which is alternative lending, online platforms including balance sheet lenders, marketplaces, P2P lenders, as well as lead generators and enablers. हाँ, A and E में कंफ्यूज हो गए, कोई बात नहीं. You could have, थर्ड वाला आपका क्राउड फंडिंग, ये तो बहुत इजीली आप A से मैच कर सकते थे, है ना? तो थर्ड वाला A कहाँ कहाँ पे है, A या E में से, है ना? ठीक है. अब दूसरा हो गया, इफ यू सी द वर्ड रेग टैग, रेग वर्ड इसमें है, रेगुलेटर से वर्ड हो गया, तो आप वन को भी बी से कर सकते थे, है ना? और वन को बी तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ ए में है ना? बाकी यू कैन एलिमिनेट, तो आपका आंसर ए आ जाता. ओके आदित्य, ठीक है. According to RBI's SRO FT framework, which of the following is not a primary objective of self-regulatory organization for fintech? Developing and enforcing industry standards, promoting responsible innovation in the fintech sector, providing a platform for collaboration among fintech entities, offering direct financial support to fintech startups, facilitating regulatory compliance for member organizations. Question number 14. Hanji, what is the answer? Primary objective of SRO, self regulatory organization for fintech. A is not the correct answer. The answer is D, offering direct financial support to fintech startups. ठीक है, A नहीं है. ठीक है आदि, developing and enforcing industry standards नहीं, offering direct financial support to fintech startups. 15th question, fill in these blanks. The SROFT framework introduced by RBI requires that the self-regulatory organization should be a dash entity, not for profit, government owned या फिर cooperative. Registered under dash of Companies Act 2013. Which section? Section 8 or section 13 or section 9? The shareholding of SRO should be sufficiently diversified and no entity should hold dash or more of its paid up capital, either singly or acting in concert. How much? Should hold dash how many years or more? 2 year, 2 years, 1 year. अच्छा यहाँ पे आएगा, सॉरी परसेंटेज है ना, परसेंटेज आएगा इसमें, है ना? द शेयर होल्डिंग ऑफ एसआरओ शुड बी सफिशिएंटली डाइवर्सिफाइड एंड नो एंटिटी शुड होल्ड डैश और मोर ऑफ इट्स पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल. कितना परसेंटेज? 10 और 8 और 20. एंड कितने साल के लिए? द एप्लीकेंट शुड हैव अ मिनिमम नेट वर्थ ऑफ रुपीज 2 crore विद इन अ पीरियड ऑफ हाउ मेनी इयर्स आफ्टर रिकॉग्निशन एज एसआरओ? 2 years और 1 year? E, you have given me the answer, which is not correct. The answer is B. तो वो होना चाहिए नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट. सेक्शन 8 में लिखा है 10% होना चाहिए एंड 1 year. ठीक है, तो ई नहीं है, कोऑपरेटिव तो नहीं है, बिल्कुल नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट है. ठीक है, और सेक्शन 8 है, 20% नहीं है, 10% है, और 2 years नहीं है, 1 year है. ठीक है, ओके. 16th question, the yield to maturity on a bond represents, what does it mean when you say yield to maturity? The bond's annual coupon payment, the return if the bond is held until maturity, assuming all coupons are reinvested, the difference between face value and market price, the interest rate paid by the issuer, the real rate of return adjusted for inflation. What is the answer? Yield to maturity on bond. इसका क्या मतलब है? The bond's annual coupon payment या फिर the return if the bond is held until maturity, the difference between face value and market price, interest rate paid by the issuer या फिर the real rate of return adjusted for inflation. The correct answer is B. ठीक है, the return if the bond is held until maturity, assuming all coupons are reinvested. तो कितना maturity पे जब तक हम hold करें तब तक कितना हमें yield मिलता है. ठीक है. An increase in CRR by Reserve Bank of India generally results in increase in the liquidity in the banking system, a decrease in lending capacity of commercial banks, increase in bank credit growth, rise in capital market investment, none of the above. अब देखो हमने बहुत बार ये पढ़ा है that if CRR is increased in the economy, what is CRR? A percentage of your net demand and time liabilities जो banks side पे रखते हैं, किसके पास रखते हैं? RBI के पास रखते हैं, है ना? कुछ पैसा RBI के पास रखते हैं in times of emergencies and all, है ना? As a reserve हम RBI के पास रखते हैं. तो अगर ये सीआरआर बढ़ जाएगा दैट मीन्स अब आपको ज्यादा पैसा रखना पड़ेगा आरबीआई के पास. इफ यू कीप मोर मनी विद आरबीआई दैट मीन्स यू विल हैव लेस मनी टू लेंड. बेसिकली जब हमें मनी सप्लाई को कंट्रोल करना होता है इकोनॉमी में देन वी यूटिलाइज दिस इंक्रीज इन दीज रिजर्व रेशियोज एंड ऑल. सो इसमें क्या हो जाएगा? डिक्रीज इन द लेंडिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ कमर्शियल बैंक्स. बी हो जाएगा इसका आंसर विच इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. आदि as per SEBI's acceptance of the Kotak Committee on Corporate Governance 2018 recommendations, which of the following statements is incorrect? आपने incorrect statement बताना है, ठीक है? Good evening, Madhur. Top 500 listed companies must have at least one independent woman director. The chairperson of the board must be a non-executive director and not related to the MD or CEO. Risk Management Committee is mandatory for the top 500 listed companies. Audit Committee must have at least two-thirds of independent directors. Every listed entity must have a separate nomination and remuneration committee chaired by the CEO. You have to give me the incorrect statement out of these. We are talking about the Kotak Committee on Corporate Governance 2018 recommendations. SEBI had accepted these recommendations. So which of these are not accepted? The correct answer is E. E wala is incorrect. Every listed entity must have separate nomination remuneration committee chaired by CEO. No. ठीक है. There is no requirement for CEO to chair the nomination and remuneration committee. ठीक है. It must be chaired by an independent director. Fine. बाकी rest all are correct. 19th question, choose the correct option among the following feature of the respective scheme. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Under the scheme, PM Kisan. Under the scheme, financial benefit of rupees 6,000 per year is transferred in 3 equal 4 monthly installments. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Man Dhan Yojana. The scheme seeks to provide 5,000 monthly pension to the small and marginal farmers once they attain 60 years of age. Atal Pension Yojana, under the APY, guaranteed minimum pension of rupees 5,000 per month will be given at the age of 60 years. 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 2 only, 1 only, 1 and 3 only, or 2 only? What is the right answer out of these three options? Question number 19. So the correct answer is 19C, which is 1 only. Only the first option is correct. So Pradhan Mantri, first option is correct. Your Kisan Samman Nidhi, financial benefit 6,000 per year. ठीक है. ठीक है. 6,000 per year is correct and 3 equal installments. ठीक है. 2 2 2 करके ऐसे करेंगे. So first option is absolutely correct. Second and third correct नहीं है. मानधन योजना में it provides 3,000 monthly pension to small and marginal farmers once they attain 60 years of age. तो ये old age people के लिए है. ठीक है. And APY में guaranteed minimum pension is of 1,000 to 5,000 per month, and एक बार you attain 60 years of age you start getting that money. ठीक है. Question 20 to 22 is based on development financial institutions, which are key players in supporting economic progress. ठीक है. Their main objective is to boost economic expansion through funding infrastructure developments. These institutions offer extended financial and technical aid across different sectors. ठीक है. DFIs supply technical assistance, including reports on projects, studies on their feasibility, and advisory services by improving access to credit for infrastructure and housing projects. Development financial institutions encourage more loans to be directed towards the critical areas, right? DFIs play a vital role in India by providing long term funding for key sectors, supporting economic growth, fostering industrial expansion, improving infrastructure, and helping develop small and medium sized businesses. So based on this, we have a few questions. Let's try and solve those. We have question number 20. Consider the following institutions and identify which among them are development financial institutions. आपने इसमें से बताना है कि DFIs कौन से हैं. NABARD, SIDBI, Exim Bank, IRDAI, NABFID. Which among these are development financial institutions? 1, 2, 3 only, 1, 2, 3, 5 only, 1, 2, 4, 5 only, 1, 3, 4 only, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. What is the correct answer? Hanji, what is the correct answer? 20B. Adi saying A. The correct answer is B. 1, 2, 3, and 5 only. 1, 2, 3, and 5 only. IRDI is a regulatory organization है ना, which regulates the insurance sector. NABARD इज अ रीफाइनेंसिंग एजेंसी, एक डेवलपमेंट फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन है जो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर के डेवलपमेंट के लिए लोन्स देता है ना, रूरल और यू कैन से रूरल सेक्टर के लिए. सिड भी एमएसएमईज के डेवलपमेंट के लिए लोन्स प्रोवाइड करता है. एग्जिम बैंक एक्सपोर्ट्स इंपोर्ट्स की डेवलपमेंट एंड ऑल के लिए करता है ना. नैबफिड आपका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट के लिए एक डेवलपमेंट फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन है. ठीक है. आईआरडीआई एक रेगुलेटरी बॉडी है, इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर को रेगुलेट करती है. ठीक है आदि, आई होप इट इज करेक्ट. आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू यू. ठीक है. 21st question, given the need for a long term capital provider with a holistic sectoral mandate as opposed to the niche mandate of other DFIs, the NABFID was established as an infrastructure focused DFI through NABFID Act of 2021. NABFID, National Bank for Financing and Infrastructure Development, Aditya. ठीक है. नैबफिड इज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है. 2021 में ये बनी थी, नेशनल बैंक फॉर फाइनेंसिंग एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट, जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के डेवलपमेंट के लिए लोन्स प्रोवाइड करती हैं. ठीक है. मनी प्रोवाइड करती हैं इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट पर्पसेस के लिए. ठीक है. The RBI accorded an all India financial institution status in which year? April 23, June 2022, March 2022, November 2023 या फिर December 2021? Repo rate, भाई साहब is saying E, which is not the correct answer. Answer is C, March 2022 में. ठीक है. March 2022 में. ठीक है. 22nd question, which among the following development financial institutions in India were later converted into commercial or universal banks? IDBI and ICICI, IIFCL and SIDBI, IFCI and Exim Bank, IIFCL and ICICI, NHB and IDBI. Which of these following development financial institutions in India were later converted into commercial or universal banks? Hanji. Any guesses? Anyone? The correct answer is A and not C, IDBI and ICICI Bank. ठीक है? 23rd to 26 are based on this paragraph. We have alternative investment funds, which refer to privately pooled investments, investment vehicles that collect funds from investors, Indian or foreign, and invest them in accordance with a defined investment policy for the benefit of their investors. AIFs are regulated by SEBI under the SEBI Alternative Investment Fund Regulations 2012. They are called alternative because they differ from conventional investment options like shares, bonds, and all. है ना. They invest in non-traditional asset classes such as private equity, venture capital, hedge funds, real estate, infrastructure, distressed assets. They can be established as trust companies, LLPs, or body corporates, but they must be registered with SEBI to operate legally. Angel funds are a specific subcategory of venture capital funds which themselves fall under the alternative investment funds category as per SEBI AIF regulations of 2012. With the objective of improving ease of doing business, enhancing risk reduction, and providing operational clarity to angel funds, SEBI regulations of 2012 have been amended and notified on September 9, 2025. ठीक है. तो अब ये हम हमारा इस पे बेस्ड हो जाएगा regulations के बेस. ठीक है. Angel funds, question number 23. Angel funds granted registration after the issuance of the circular shall accept investments from any retail investor subject to 25 lakh minimum amount. onboard and offer investment opportunities only to accredited investors, raise funds only from institutional investors, be permitted to have a maximum of 200 investors per fund, accept contributions from non-resident individuals without accreditation. What is the answer for 23rd question? A, B. The correct answer is B. ठीक है, B. Yes, B is the correct answer. Onboard and offer investment opportunities only to accredited investors. Very good. According to updated SEBI norms, an angel fund must declare its first close within what time frame from the date of SEBI communication taking its PPM on record? 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 or 24 months? 24th question. E, C, C. The correct answer is C, 12 months. ठीक है, 12 months है is the 12 months है correct answer. ठीक है, not 24 months. ठीक है. Angel funds, 25th question. Angel funds registered on or before the circular's issuance date must implement the accredited investor mandate by which date? 1st April 2026, December 31, 2025, September 8, 2026, April 1, 2027, March 31, 2026. What is the correct answer? Question 25, C, A. Anybody else? The correct answer is C. तो जिसने भी C दिया है repo rate, your answer is correct. September 8, 2026. Right? 26th question. Under the revised framework, how are investments by angel funds to be made? Through multiple schemes launched for each investment, directly by the angel fund without launching separate schemes, only through co-investment platforms managed by venture capital firms, through portfolio management service route, or via fund of funds structure under category 2 AIF. क्वेश्चन नंबर 26 फटाफट से आंसर बता दो. 26th D, 26th B. The correct answer is B. ठीक है, डायरेक्टली बाय द एंजल फंड विदाउट लॉन्चिंग सेपरेट स्कीम्स. ठीक है, E नहीं है, C नहीं है. Answer is B. SEBI circular specifies that angel funds shall make investments directly without launching schemes for each transaction. Accordingly, provisions applicable to an AIF scheme apply at the fund level for angel funds. The earlier requirement of filing term sheets with SEBI for every scheme is discontinued, though funds must maintain internal records of investors and their contributions per investment. ठीक है? Question 27 to 29 are based on this paragraph. Risk refers to the potential for an investment to experience a loss or for an event to produce an unfavorable outcome due to uncertainty. It involves variability in returns, meaning that the actual returns may differ from expected returns. For example, buying stocks with the hope that their value will increase carries risk as there is no guarantee that prices will rise. They might fall instead, right? Higher risk usually comes with the possibility of higher returns, while lower risk investments tend to offer more stable but lower returns. Effective risk management is crucial in mitigating potential losses and ensuring financial stability. So let's read question number 27. An activity which may give profits or result in loss may be called a risky proposition due to uncertainty or unpredictability of the activity of trade in the future. In light of this context, consider the following statements. Lower risk implies lower variability in net cash flow with lower upside and downside potential. Second statement, higher risk implies higher variability in net cash flow with higher upside and downside potential. Third statement, zero risk investments usually offer higher returns compared to other risky investments. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1 only, or 1, 2 and 3? Question number 27. A, which is absolutely correct. 1 and 2 only. ठीक है, फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट. लोअर रिस्क implies lower variability, higher risk implies higher variability. Third statement is incorrect. Zero risk investments usually offer lower returns compared to risky investments due to absence of variability and potential loss. ठीक है. Question number 28. Consider the following statements regarding linkage between risk and return. First statement: a business with a large variation in net cash flow would be a business with higher risk. Lower variability in net cash flow implies higher risk due to unpredictable returns. Higher risk in a business implies both higher profit potential and higher loss possibilities. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 only, or 1, 2 and 3? 28th question, C. C, C. All of you are saying C, which is absolutely correct. First and third statements are correct. A business with large variation in net cash flow would be considered a business with higher risk. Higher risk implies both higher potential for profit and higher potential for loss. ठीक है, this is correct. Second statement is incorrect. Lower variability in net cash flow implies lower risk due to more predictable returns. ठीक है, तो second statement आपका incorrect है. Lower variability in net cash flow implies higher risk due to unpredictable returns. ठीक है, it provides lower risk, not higher. ठीक है. Question number 29. Good evening unknown. You've come by the end of the class, है ना? चलो, question number 29, which is the last question for today. Consider the following statements regarding interest rate risk. First statement: gap or mismatch risk arises from holding assets and liabilities with different principal amounts, maturity dates, or repricing dates. Second option: basis risk is the risk that the interest rates of different assets and liabilities may change by different amounts. Third statement: reinvestment risk refers to the uncertainty regarding the interest rate at which future cash flows can be reinvested. You have to identify the correct statement. 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1 only, or all 1, 2 and 3. Question number 29. 29, I've got E as the answer. Anybody else? Unknown is also saying E. Anybody else? Adi says C. The correct answer is E. ठीक है, all are correct. All these three statements are correct. ठीक है, fine. So that is all from my side. If you guys want to connect with me beyond these sessions, then I'm sharing my Telegram handle over here for all those who are new. Mannat Educator is my Telegram handle. If you want, you can connect with me over there. I'll keep coming up with these sessions. ठीक है, tomorrow, similar to this session, I will be taking ESI MCQs also. So I will see you tomorrow. Today at 7 p.m. we are going to discuss about the October RBI bulletin in detail, which is very important from your exam point of view. You will get good amount of idea of the Indian economy and the global context. You will get good statements and all also for writing in your descriptive answer writing. Okay? All those who are preparing for phase 2, you can join this crash course. Live ESI and FM classes will be available, descriptive practice sessions, books and notes, magazines, everything will be available to all of you. So if you want, you can enroll in this batch. ठीक है? Thank you so much everyone. That is all I wanted to discuss with you. ठीक है? Adi, this is for एवरीवन बेसिकली. ठीक है, मेजरली फॉर 2025 फेज 2 के लिए जो तैयारी कर रहे हैं उनके लिए हम काइंड ऑफ ये सेशन टाइप है. वैसे दीज एमसीक्यूज एंड ऑल दीज आर एप्लीकेबल फॉर ऑल दोज हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर आरबीआई ग्रेड बी इवन इन 2026 2027. ठीक है, सबके लिए है ये जो एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं. मोस्टली जहाँ जहाँ पे भी फाइनेंस का सिलेबस है इन एनी काइंड ऑफ एग्जाम, सेबी हो गया है ना, कोई भी एग्जाम हो गया जिसमें फाइनेंस पूछा जाता है, आरबीआई हो गया, उसके लिए दीज क्वेश्चंस आर इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, fine. So that is all everyone. Thank you and have a good day. I will see you all at 7 p.m. ठीक है? And till then, take some rest and we'll meet at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. Have a good evening and have a good. Ma'am, can you provide sample question list? Sample question list. What kind of list? Unknown. What kind of list are you saying? You can connect with me on Telegram, है ना? अच्छा, of descriptive. हाँ, sample questions of descriptive. ठीक है. I will maybe connect with me on Telegram and message me over there. Okay? Unknown. Message me on Telegram. Fine. Then we'll discuss about this. Anyway, thank you everyone and have a good evening.